Hey, good morning. It's day 142 on the Appalachian Trail. We just crossed the river, basically walked through it up to our knees. We're about 2 miles in so far, and then we have a couple thousand feet climb to, I think, 2 or 3 4,000 footers. The day, while tedious and will take a long time, is only a little over 14 miles to the shelter. I'm going to most likely tent out because I have to keep blowing up my my sleeping pad, so that I don't want to be disruptive in the shelter. So that's kind of our start for day 142. This is, I think, today, tomorrow, and the next day are the last of the mountains before we go lowland bog hopping. So let's see what happens on this climb. So it looks like the high point for today is Spalding Mountain, which is 6.1 miles away. We kind of go, there's some side trails to other ones, but with the weather and lack of visibility, I'll just Spalding it and then maybe make a weekend backpack trip out of hitting the other peaks. Down the bottom is where we came from. So Saddleback Junior, the Horn, and Saddleback Mountain were yesterday's climbs. So there we go. We're heading up. We're going to be climbing for a while. That was an arduous climb. On the top of the Lone Peak. I got about 2 miles to the shelter where I can get some water. Not that I'm running low, but I just want to stock up on that. I might sit there for a little bit just to rest. And then there's an 800-foot climb to Spalding Peak. I don't know if I'm actually going to, I think I go over, I don't know, but I figured I'd just sit here on a rock collecting myself. I got an 8 o'clock start. It's about 11:30. The top of the highest climb is at 4,000 feet. It's only about 3 miles away, which will get me there by 1:15, and then it's 5 miles downhill, mostly to the shelter. So I feel like I bit off enough of a chunk, even though I started so late. I'm trying to average 2 miles an hour with climbing and this rest, and I'm a little slower than that, but my overall average for the day should like I added an extra hour just in case, which is what I'm eating into right now. So this is Lone Peak, just sitting here in the middle of the woods, not a single view, and it's gray out, so I don't know if I'm going to get a view for the rest of the day. So let's travel on. Getting a lucky streak. There's been relatively no climbing, no descending right here for the last half mile, and it looks like we don't go really too much up and down. It's still rugged. I mean, Maine, it's been rugged the whole time, but at least it's 2+ miles per hour terrain, even with stepping over trees. So let's try to get to that shelter so I can take off my shoes and wring out my socks for the final climb. I'm going to read this. Maine CCC, in honor of the men of the Civilian Conservation Corps who from 1935 to 1939 contributed greatly to the completion of the Appalachian Trail. in Maine, and who on August 14th, 1937, near this spot, completed the final link of the entire 2,054-mile trail dedicated August 14th, 1987 by the volunteers of the Appalachian Trail Club. So I guess this is where it all came together. That's cool. And 2,054 miles for the first AT rendition. And that's changed quite a bit over the years. And now I'm soaking wet and it's pouring rain. So gotta move. So I can barely see it, but there's another mountain peak that's starting to come up. The sun, let's see. Yep, there's the edge of the clouds. I'm not gonna go any higher because, well, my neck hurts and I'd be staring at the sun. But hopefully the storm has passed for good. There's a climb up there and there's a gray jay. Well, that was nice. So hopefully all this lifts and then we can dry out our clothes. I'm gonna just point this down. These are my brand new Topos, the shoes that I bought yesterday. And they're pretty disgusting today. 2 days of roughness. But yeah, so there's a tower over there. I don't know if you can see that through the clouds and everything. And now our mountain's gone. Oh well, hopefully this continues to burn off. It's 2 o'clock, got about 4 miles to go, most of it downhill. So there we go. Finally got some views. Clouds are clearing out pretty well. Took off my rain jacket, don't think I need that anymore. And hopefully this will continue so everybody can dry clothing and gear at the campsite. So hopefully that'll happen, but finally some views.
The mildly altruistic, well, that looks sad.
Oh, that's all right. So Mountain Goat put the 2,000 down. Weatherman put the border around. We are at 2,000 miles. Woohoo! Yay, team. Wow. Can't miss that. Well, I did.
I'm gonna fix up.
So we are looking for moose. They say that this field gets filled with them. Thousands of moose come here every night. Or maybe one. But anyhow, that ends day 142. You guys have a good afternoon, evening, or morning.